Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to do this another one. So I'm gonna show you how to do something like this in Pixlr and Photoshop. So the first one, I'm gonna turn all this off and recreate it. I'm gonna start with this picture, which is on the board, it's on the Padlet, and the URL is on the dialog box. And then I'm gonna draw on it. I'm gonna draw on it kind of like this. So the way you draw on it, I'm gonna show you. So this is I think somebody asked a question and I think, yeah, this is something similar to enhancing a picture. So I have a picture here. This is my picture. This is a JPEG. So it could be like a picture I took somewhere of a car. So I'm not gonna paint on it. I could paint on it. I could go here and paint on it. So I can go and paint on it. But what is the problem is you paint on this picture. It's then if you make a mistake, you'll have to undo, right? But if it's later on that you want to, how do you remove that paint? It's already in the picture. So you want to create a layer where you can feel free to not damage the picture underneath, and it gives you the flexibility to retouch, go back and retouch that. So if you want to retouch the picture, and this is similar to what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a layer so I don't have to touch the original picture, because that's gonna give me flexibility to either go back to the layer, add another layer, redo it, choose which one I want. So for this one, I'm gonna draw on it. So I'm gonna do this, something like this, which is kind of like retouching. So I'm gonna choose a color. So I'm gonna do this one, and I already have swatches here to choose color. So I'm gonna choose, let's choose green, since I already choose purple. And that's the color I have. And there it is. And I'm gonna choose here layers, and I'm gonna choose, I'm gonna choose one of my wet brushes. This one is inking brush, so you can see it's very smooth. It's almost like a fountain, very good top calligraphy. So I'm gonna choose that one. And then because I'm drawing, I'm not very good drawing, my hand is shaky because that's what happens if you don't draw often. I wanna get a very good smoothing. So I'm gonna get a very good smoothing, so it helps me with the drawing. And then the flow is 100% because I want the color, the ink to come out. Let's see what else we have here. I don't want to be pressuring. So I don't care about the pressure on the paper. So I want to make sure this is not in. So I'm going to try to do this. And if you have a drawing pad, it's much easier. So I'm going to try to do this one. And I'm going to draw to make a silhouette on the picture. So maybe you see that. So see, even when I stop, the ink keeps rolling. And I can do this. And then I stop, and I can go and do this. and get the silhouette. Okay, and I keep going. The other thing I can also do is I can create another layer. And I'm gonna experiment with the symmetry, because you can see this card only give me half. So I'm gonna do here symmetry, and I'm gonna do vertical, and I'm gonna say right here is gonna be my symmetry, kind of like here. And I'm gonna go and choose so this is version B. So I'm gonna turn this off. So this is another version. So I'm gonna do this, so I'm gonna do this. And you can see the symmetry is coming on the other side. And then there it is. And then I'm gonna do my lamps and my other lamp. And that's another version of it. So I'm gonna take my symmetry off. And I'm gonna do this. Okay. And then I can keep doing this. And if I don't like it, I can do another layer. Also, you can do, if you want to be very meticulous, maybe you just want to do maybe another color. Maybe you want to do this another color. So when you go to the layers, you have a pink and you have the green. Okay, and then I'm going to show you what's going to happen with this. I can go to this layer. I'm going to go here, right click to make a duplicate, because I don't want to draw it again. So I'm going to make a duplicate of this. So I have a duplicate. I'm going to take the move tool and I'm going to move my drawing. So let's turn off the one underneath so I don't get confused. So I'm going to move this one. I touch on the green and I'm going to move it. And then I'm going to turn the one underneath, and see you have one a little bit more to the left and a little bit. So I can still move this one a little bit more. And then I'm gonna put something in between. So this is called a gradient. I'm gonna go here to gradient. And I'm gonna choose here that kind of gradient. So there are different gradients. I'm gonna go to this one here. And the gradient is gonna create like an effect, like a rainbow effect, either vertical or radial. And I'm gonna choose this one here. And then on this layer, I'm on this layer, so it's gonna, let's put it here and see what happened. There it is. So this one show up here, but you see it's on top, so you can see what is underneath. So what do we have to do? So it comes through. Remember what we have to do? Increase the transparency. So now you have an effect there. And you can do the same thing with the other one. You can get also another, you can put I have another one here, a gradient that I did before. So you can put it in between and you can increase the opacity here or decrease the opacity and see how the colors kept mixing up. Then you can put a color paper, like saying a color paper. So you're gonna go to layer and then new fill layer, solid color. And you choose a color, and then it's kind of dumb because you have to choose a couple times. You push that, And then now you have to choose the color. So let's do a really flashy one. Yeah, I like this one. So I'm gonna leave that one, but see, it's full. You can't see anything underneath. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna reduce the opacity, increase the transparency, and then we're gonna blend it. So we can put this one on top, and then, well, let's turn this off. Then we can blend it. See how it gets blended? So you can have each layer is a different way to enhance your picture and by layer. So if you wanna fix a picture, you wanna have a picture you wanna fix, you wanna repair, do it on the layer, and then you choose the best layer you want. So you can go and choose all these things, and you can give you options on each layer to turn it on or turn it down, whatever you wanna do. So, and if you don't like it, you can turn it off. Okay, so that's a way to do it. I can move this paper, this is a paper, so I can move it all the way down. And now I have a drawing. So I created a drawing based on a picture. So you can also experiment with that. And if you don't like that, if you want this effect, you can create that. So that's for Photoshop. So then we can go to Pixlr. So you can ask me any questions right now. This one is the same car. And I'm gonna duplicate it. So I'm looking at the, if you have any question, just type it or let me know. And so this is gonna be my master. So I'm not gonna touch this one just in case I mess it up. I'm gonna create a layer here. And this is my empty layer. So there is nothing there. And I can draw on that one. So I click on the brush and I'm gonna do a normal conservative brush that is very fluid. So I'm gonna do that. It gives me here, I can do hard tip if I want. So let's try that one just to try something different. And I'm gonna go and draw the same thing, the silhouette of the car. I don't have an option for symmetry. So this is all I have. I don't have anything else to go by on Pixlr. So I can go here. If I want to choose another color, I click layer and I can choose another color. So I give you some options here, some palettes. So I can choose that one and I can paint this, the lights, the bumper, and then, so that's another layer. So I can turn this off. See, I can turn this off. If I want to move this, I can move it. I can go to the other layer and move it. If I want to replicate it, I can just go and duplicate. So I have another version and duplicate, and I can move that one back. So see, there are two here, and then this one, it could be two. And then I can put, I can do gradient. So this one is a gradient. So I can go here to this layer. In between layers, I can have gradients. So here I gave gradients. So let's do a radial and let's do something like this. You can see it and you can move this a little bit. Also in Photoshop, you can play with them. And I'm gonna just do something like this, crazy, so you guys can see it. So I'm gonna increase the transparency, and there is one. Also, I can get overlays. So here's an overlay where you can find all kind of overlays. None of them are free. I have one here already, so you can go here and choose one. I have one already here that I chose, so you can turn that on and create an effect. And also you can put it, you can also blend it. So I can also create an empty layer, and on the empty layer I can fill it with color, and then I can also, if I don't want this one, I can also, this one I can blend. Is this my full layer? What is my fill layer is? I don't see it. Oh, this one, I didn't fill it. There it is. So now I can do a different darken it. So see, we can also have this effect. And then if you wanna keep working on the drawing, on the brushes, you can go on the brushes.